We have some breaking news out of the NFL before we turn to some breaking news from the MLB. Derrick Henry and the Baltimore Ravens have reached an agreement on a 2-year, $30 million extension that includes $25 million fully guaranteed over the next 2 seasons. Per Todd France of A1, Athletes First, it is the largest deal in NFL history for a running back over 30 years old. Okay, however you qualify it for being a big deal, sweet. Running back position back. And Derrick Henry, remember, he had that magical run with the Titans where he led them to the playoffs. They're actually the team that kind of launched the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty because they had the lead, and then Chiefs come back and win. Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill get paid in Tennessee. Massive turnover happens. He goes to Baltimore. We all assume what a perfect fit, what a perfect match for a team and a culture. And here we are a year later after a successful run, and that is the case. Remember, at the beginning of the season, Harbaugh said, we're not running a 30-year-old Derrick Henry 20 times a game. Like, that is not how we're going to win. And as the season went on, it was like, yeah, we are actually going to feed this guy. He's a special athlete, and he takes care of himself. He's committed to the profession, and what a perfect fit over there in Baltimore. Congrats to Derrick Henry, King Henry, and also Baltimore, AJ.
He's one of those guys that's like the scariest type of guys to play against because obviously the guy's a physical freak. He was born genetically, like, he's unbelievable, but then he has absolutely like maximized every single ounce of what that is. When you hear about people that play with him, like his nutrition, his work ethic, everything he's doing, well deserved. And running back position, he is a big part of a reason of why I think the running back position has gotten some good shine over the last 3, 4, or 5 years.
Yeah, and the running back position all the way back, seemingly. Go ahead, Con, man.
Yeah, I think he was the only running back with 1,500 yards over the last 5 seasons to have multiple of them, and he's got like 4 of them. But this was what Jimmy Seafood, John Menadopoulos was talking about.
No, it wasn't.
The extension that was coming. Yeah.
That's not his name.
What's his name?
Yeah, it is.
No,
John
Jimmy
Menadopoulos.
Seafood. They extended with the Ravens yesterday.
Yeah, the Ravens and Edgar Poe.
Oh. Edgar Allan and Poe?
No, Edgar Poe, the bird, the mascot.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Yeah.
Congrats to Jimmy's and Edgar
Allan Poe.
The Raven.
Yeah.
I think they just call him Edgar Poe. I think they dropped the Allen.
Oh, see, I thought Edgar got hurt, and then Allen and Poe were the 2 replacements.
Oh, remember they broke his leg.
That one had his broken.
I do remember that.
Dancing too hard?
I forget how.
Kinda, I think so. I think his knee blew out.
I think his name is just Poe.
Just Poe. Okay, so Edgar.
No, there was 3 of them. There was Edgar, Allen, and Poe.
Yeah, and Edgar.
Yeah.
After he broke the leg.
Yep, exactly.
Which I don't like.
Mm-hmm. That's the business.
Allen had a bad attitude. I think always squawking.
Yeah,
they all do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Poe now. AJ, that's kind of the.
Dude, I thought Allen or Poe may have, the old, was it? Who was the old ice skater that blasted somebody in the knee with the
Kerrigan? Oh, geez.
Jeff Galooly.
Yeah, Galooly.
Yeah, Harding.
And if you remember in 1998 when they started the franchise, all 3 of them birthed from eggs on the football field. That's not a lie.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
well, how else would Ravens?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Let's pivot away from the NFL.
That's how it works, Tony.
Congrats to Derrick Henry and Poe signing back with Jimmy Seafood. Yep. Free crab cakes for that bird. That's probably a great move.
Derrick Henry is ridiculously good at his job. He touches the ball 3 to 4 times as often as wide receivers. Why is Jamar Chase making $40 million a year and Derrick Henry's guaranteed 12.5?
So there's always a stigma about the running backs that any play they can get hurt because there's a lot of contact, right? Now, granted, wide receivers have that opportunity as well. Wide receivers also normally bigger chunks whenever they're getting the rock, especially if you're electrifying. Less electrifying wide receivers than they think running backs can be. Derrick Henry, an anomaly at the position, but that is just kind of how the running back position has been viewed. And I'll tell you what, the running backs were pissed about it 2 years ago.
They should be.
They were 2 years ago. There was almost
they have every right to be.
They almost created a union. It was like they almost created a union and almost did like a holdout. Like legit, this was a real thing 2 years ago. Now Saquon signs a massive deal. Derrick Henry just signs a massive deal. I think they're coming back around. But to your point, the running backs were pissed about it just like 2 years ago.
They are. I'm sorry, but they do not provide half the value of elite wide receivers. It just seems like a clear market inefficiency in football. That's all.
That's good journalism right there by you. And now supply, demand, all that shit will get put into place, and I'm sure teams will have a reason. Nonetheless, we're happy for Derrick Henry. We agree. Probably deserves much more money in our eyes. If we were paying him, we would do that.